Howdy everyone, this is LockNutz, and you're watching episode 20 of the Smallin and Ballin series on Frühling. Hopefully you stick around to see what happens. Howdy, 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 how are you guys doing today? Oh my goodness, I tell you what, here we are back rocking and rolling. You betcha. So I have taken a little bit of an opportunity and I sold a couple things off. Sold off a little diesel, sold off a little soy milk. Oh, you betcha, it was absolutely great. And I bought some. I did buy something pretty darn cool, actually. Well, spoiler alert, I bought another beehive. I couldn't help it. Oh man, the money was too good. I just could not help myself at all. So how much do we end up getting? Is this just all mythical, magical Monopoly money that I'm just throwing around out here? Or did I actually earn something? Well, what I ended up doing is off the soy drink, I ended up making $25,829, so not too shabby at all. That was a nice haul right there. And then I took and sold off my diesel, and I made $48,199. Pretty darn slick, So I've been out here rocking and rolling, taking care of a little bit more. I actually windrowed. I've cut all my grass fields. Let's start off right there. I've cut all my grass fields. I have, well, I guess I windrowed the big one by the farm, and that's it. I also took, at that point, there we go, let's pick that up. I also took the straw off of my field that I had from right here, from harvesting the barley, and there we go. I put that into the fermenting silo, so that's fermenting over there. The grass that I had windrowed in that field back there, I windrowed it, like I said, and then I took at least, I think, 2 loads over there to that fermenting silo just to start the process instead of having to wait until all of this is done and then I go around and then start grabbing everything. This way, while I'm working, I can also be earning a couple extra bucks, or at least that's kind of how I'm thinking it's going to end up working out. Now, I have gone ahead and I've taken a look at my moonshine production. That's up and running. Pretty much a full slate that we got over there. It has full of corn from our corn that we harvested. That should be good right there, actually. Threw in the barley off of our, well, the 1 field, the 2 fields I think we had. Yeah, the 2 fields we just did with barley. So those are all ready to go. Now I'm just out here rocking and rolling. I have gone ahead in this field up in front of us here. I'm going to turn around in just a second. But this field up in front of us here, we've gone ahead and limed. We have cultivated it. Fertilized it twice. Fertilized it before all the extra nonsense. So this is ready to go. We got to go ahead and roll this thing, and then we will end up having to do a little bit of weeding on this field. So all in all, pretty darn good. Moving forward, that's for darn sure. Just rocking with the cash. Absolutely rocking with the cash. Speaking of rocking with the cash, let's see. Do we have any bargain bin deals here? No. I think what I got is working a little bit better. I'm playing by myself, so this doesn't make any sense. No. That horsepower is too high. And then this guy right here, I'm not doing bales, so that doesn't help me out at all. But it seems like we're moving forward. Now, I'm not sure what I should go ahead and do here, because I am having a helper out here helping me right now, but I think what I'll probably end up doing, actually, you know what, let's go like this right now. I can always take the money back out if I absolutely need it. At least this is the way I'm looking at it. So let's go ahead and repay and get ourselves right there. Repay $50,000 right there. So we're down to 190. Not too bad. Pretty darn good, considering I think it was beginning of September, or maybe it was beginning of... maybe it was the beginning of August that I was in the hole and I actually needed to take a loan out to go ahead and be able to have a helper out here give me a little bit of help, along with buying fertilizer or seed. I don't remember what it was. Yeah, I don't remember which one it was, but we did end up getting all that stuff rocking and rolling. So it's pretty crazy to think that we just a very short time ago we were sitting in that position. But you know, I guess it really does come down to it. It's just on borrowed time. It really just is on borrowed time, and that's not too bad. Now, one thing I was going to try and do once I got up here, because all this grass is going to be kind of a pain. Let's see here. I'm going to see if I can actually try and get that grass that's on the road, because that really does bother me. Let's see if I can kind of hook this around here. Ooh, got some of... Oh my... I was here first. What's that clown doing? What was that clown doing? Yikes. Let's see here. I don't know if I'll be able to get that. I did get some of the stuff, so that's working out good. Let me see. Get myself right on the very edge here like this. And let's go like that. There we go. Got it. Got it. Now I don't know how much it's actually on my property or anything like that, so we'll just go like this. There we go. And get that out there. Pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. So this is going to end up being absolutely great. We got a couple more months to go before we can go ahead and sell off our silage, which I think actually our silage and our moonshine are actually going to be sold in the same month. I want to say it's February that we're going to get our best price for both. That actually, now I think about it, that might not be right. Actually, what? You know, we have technology. We have the technology. Let's go ahead and check that out. Aged moonshine, February. Okay, February for that. The silage, actually January would be the best. So we'll sell on January and we'll sell in February. We're going to make a ton of cash off of that. Honey's going to be in February as well. So we'll be selling honey in February. It's going to be a nice 1-2 punch for the months there. And then let's see, do we have anything else in here? No, that'd probably be right about it. So yeah, come January and February, we are going to be just absolutely rolling in it. I'm kind of excited for it. I really am kind of excited for it. So we did have a couple things going on here. This is actually coming off the heels of recording... There we go. Recording another episode of the Teaming Up series with Taz on Adelshoven, which would be a little thing, should pop up right about now. But, yeah, it was kind of cool. We had a lot of really interesting conversations. One of the things that I continue to forget to do is I keep kicking myself. I really think that it would be neat just to go ahead and just continue to record, because some of the conversations that we actually jump into are really, really kind of neat. But the problem is we just can't record all the time. So I do everything I can to try and remember some of the things that that we talked about, we may want to bring up, or things like that, and it's just, I don't know. Taz is very, very tolerant. That's all I gotta say. Very, very tolerant guy when it comes to that sort of stuff. But it is a whole heck of a lot of fun. It's kind of a neat little challenge being able to set up a gameplay series with somebody else, have time to go ahead and record at the exact same time. It is a unique challenge. I mean, we're out here doing farming. I got a little challenge going where we're using the small equipment here. But it's an entirely different type of challenge. This is just a game challenge. The challenge that I'm talking about, working with Taz, is like in real life. the different schedules, the different lives that we both lead, to try and have that opportunity to spend time together to do some recording, there's conflicts. There are conflicts coming between, when we can actually get together. There's the time differences that we have to deal with. There's the different points in our lives where we have just different things going on. It definitely does make out to be another interesting little challenge. But I think all in all, it's well worth it. Hopefully you guys have had an opportunity to check it out, because it is an absolute blast. Sometimes I do things right, sometimes I do things wrong, sometimes, well, all the time Taz is just crushing it and knocking it out of the park. So if you guys have the opportunity, check that thing out. But since I'm done with this, I think it's time to get myself back over and pick up a little bit more of that grass. That way we can make a little bit more silage. So what I'll go ahead and do is I'll take care of that, probably roll my fields, and I'll catch you guys later. I grew up in a small town, Mount Morris, Wisconsin. Hardly anybody lives there. It's a small farming community. Got a beautiful church on a hill. Overlooks a bunch of farm fields. Now, when I was younger, there were two people that really influenced my love for farming. One, my grandfather. I remember sitting on his lap as he would drive me around on his fields. He ended up passing away when I was 12 years old. The other guy is from Mount Morris, just like I was. I found out today that he passed away. He was a great family friend of ours. And it's one of those things where I've told the story before, where I remember seeing out in the fields John Deere's. To me, that equaled tractor. So when I thought of an agricultural tractor, I thought John Deere, just naturally. This man, Joel, him and his two brothers, John and Jim, all were farmers, just like their father before them. All had John Deere's. That's just the way it is, the nature of the beast. One person in the family has the John Deere. Everyone else goes ahead and they have the John Deere too. It's almost like a nice family tradition, if you will. Now I want you to do me a favor. Close your eyes. Close your eyes and imagine the farmer. Who do you see? As long as I can remember, when I was to close my eyes and see that farmer, the farmer, I'd see Joel. From from his dirty hands. His dirty hands. From keeping his equipment up and running. The grease, the dirt, the grime. His hands were stained. Joel, you could easily see walking around out in the cornfields, checking things out. You could see him picking stones up, tossing them, grabbing a bale of hay. Joel was a father. He was a husband, a brother, and a grandfather. His grandkids called him Papa Joe. If you can imagine a farmer, someone who just naturally, I guess, really fits that description of a farmer. Works hard. Skin is more than kissed by the sun. Definitely. Warm heart. I remember him getting angry maybe once or twice. My entire childhood, and it was never at anyone else. He was angry that crops haven't come in the way they needed to. Where's the rain? Now, because of Joel and my grandfather, I wanted to be a farmer. Life has taken me down a different road. I'm an electrician, not necessarily a farmer. But I remember helping out on the farms. I remember walking through the cow pasture, walking through all the muck, smelling the smells. It's even kind of crazy to this day when I smell some very sweet, sweet cow manure. It brings me back. It brings me back to when I was a kid, walking around out there, falling in love with farming. Now, I just sit here and play a game where I simulate farming. Joel actually had the courage to do it. I did not. I do not still. I would love to, but I don't think I have it in me. Now, like I said, Joel and his brothers, his father before him, they all had John Deeres. The one that always stood out in my mind was the John Deere 4040. Why, I don't know. It was just the tractor of my memory. It was the tractor that always made sense at all times, in all scenarios. So, I got myself here a John Deere 4040. I'm not going to use it. But I'm going to leave it here as a reminder and kind of a memorial for Papa Joe. To him and any other farmers that we have lost, and to the true unsung heroes. Goodbye, and amen. Good morning, everyone. We are here in October, ready to rock, ready to roll. We are taking a load of aged moonshine off to be sold, and unfortunately, I missed the highest price, which took place in September. I had gotten a lot of the stuff done on our fields, and everything was prepped, ready, got the grass all taken care of, got that fermenting, and I completely forgot about the moonshine. So we're taking whatever moonshine we have right now over to be sold, and we'll go from there. Now, I have taken on a couple contracts this morning. As you can see, we have a little bit of weeds right here. Let's see, what did I do? I did a fertilizing contract. That got me enough money where I was $190 in the hole. And then I just completed a harvesting contract, which actually I don't know if I accepted yet. See, did I accept that? Moonshine. See, I screwed that one up. I guess it's not too bad. It's a little bit off, but let's go ahead and sell that right away. Anyways, I completed that contract, and it didn't turn out too bad. $16,000, perfect. Yeah, I just wanted to get that over here and get that sold off right off the bat. Yeah, so I did do that contract. It was on field 5, which is that little field that's kind of in front of everything that we got over there, that field over there. I actually waited until midnight because this had sunflowers. I wanted this contract bad because I could only assume that the best price for sunflowers would have ended up being at my facility, the biodiesel production. So I was really hoping that I would get that contract, get paid to go ahead and harvest it, then go ahead and put it into my own facility. Oh, it would have been absolutely spectacular, but the cards were not meant to be, and it is what it is. So that's where we're kind of sitting at right now. I was getting the process here of getting my harvester ready to go because my field along the edge of the map, let's see, what field is this here? That would be field 2. Field 2 ends up, that's ready to go. It does have barley on it. I have a cultivating contract here. I think I have a plowing contract on field 13. Yeah, plowing on field 13, and then on 8. So I'm hoping that field 5 may pop up too to have something to do. The only reason why I'm looking for contracts right now is just because of the amount of time I'm spending taking care of a lot of this stuff. I'm trying to pay my debt off. It's going okay. Let's cut through here. It's going okay. But because I'm trying to pay it off, I'm also racking up a ton of cash throughout today. I should say interest or fees or however you want to say it. I'm racking up those fees at the end of the day, and it's putting me in the hole every day. So I'm hoping that I can make stuff last just a little bit longer before I'm in the hole. Mainly for days like today, when I wake up and there are just a ton of tasks, a ton of chores that I need to have done. Finally, I actually had quite a few contracts. Oh, there's a tree there. I had quite a few contracts to take care of, and I was thinking to myself, well, if I get some of these contracts, I can have a helper get out there, do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that, and we should be set to go. Like I said, if I'm going to be out in the fields and I'm going to be taking care of stuff, I don't have an issue with going ahead, taking a contract, doing some of this stuff. But ultimately, we are moving past contracts. This is just kind of an oh shoot type of moment. So let's turn that on for a second. Enable the straw. So give you an update. Let's go ahead and give you an update. Right now, with the amount of silage I have, it's crazy. I'm gonna have way more silage than I actually thought I was going to. Let's go ahead and find that really quick here. Silage. No, that's not what I want. I want this. Straw silage. I'm done making the straw silage for right now. I'm going to be getting some more. I still have this grass here. I'm going to get right around 400,000 liters after this grass gets completely done. Now I'm going to go ahead and collect the straw off this field after I'm done. I'm thinking I'm going to get right around 50,000 liters. I'm going to end up with 450,000 liters of silage. That's a good chunk of change right there. Now I'm thinking I might, because what was the best price? What was the best price for silage? Okay, we're in October. I can probably get, if I can cut in December. I know it's getting a little iffy, but if I can cut in December, I can get a good chunk of that taken care of and thrown in right away. It'll be one of those things where I'll probably cut, windrow, pick up, throw in there right away just to get stuff processing. But I think I can do it. I think I can get a little bit more. I realize at that point I might be getting a little greedy, but that is going to be an absolutely huge, huge payout if that's the case. My estimates are right around $150,000. That's a lot. That takes out pretty much all of my debt, or flip side of that, that's buying a couple fields right there. That may be worth it in the long run to do that. And that's absolutely great. But with that being said, and knowing a little bit more of this, that's with 2 grass fields. That's it. Well, I take that back. 3 grass fields. I forgot. I got this one, the little small one up by the shop stall up there, and the one behind the farm. That's with those 2 fields, and then going ahead and doing straw as well. I'm going to keep on doing crops that need straw because it just makes sense. I need the barley for the moonshine. Obviously, whenever that runs out, you have the corn over there. That's not going to produce any straw, but I have the reason to go ahead and actually do the barley for that exact reason, for the moonshine. So there are things that are happening here. There are things that are moving forward. I'm kind of stoked. By this time next year, well, maybe not this time next year. Let's go, not this January, but the following January. I think we're going to be very, very close. Very, very close on our challenge. I'm just throwing that one out there. It could possibly be that next Christmas, it may be a very, very special Christmas, I would say. Completing the challenge. I'm throwing that out there. I could be off, I could be wrong, so if I'm wrong, make sure you guys let me know. But with that being said, we're going to keep on with this. And this stuff here is, what is this here, by the way? Is this wheat? I think that's wheat. I was saying this is barley. It is barley, okay. For a second there, I got a little confused. I thought I planted barley, not wheat. So that'd be good. You take this, whatever I get off of this is going to go into my silo, and I'll just keep on refilling up my moonshine. I think as of right now, the moonshine's at about half full for everything, so we're doing pretty good. I'll end up having to buy some grapes to go ahead and keep that thing up and rock and rolling, but ultimately it's not going to be too bad. But, like I said before, we're going to keep on rocking with this. We'll keep on rolling. We'll go ahead. We'll play the game. We'll try and do what we can to get ourselves a little bit more silage. Maybe another grass field? I don't know. Not too sure. But what I am sure of is we're going to be getting rich in mere months. Pretty neat. Pretty darn neat. Turn the lights off there. So one thing I did forget to do here, we are in November. We have an opportunity to go ahead and sell some more soy drink. It's at its highest price. There's a little bit of moonshine left. Price is still good for that, so I'll probably head on over, sell a little bit more of that shine. But one thing I did forget to do, because it's been a a day or two since I recorded last. I forgot to take care of this field over here. Completely slipped my mind, so that's what we're going to be over here rocking and rolling on. I was trying to figure out why the heck did this field over here have weeds on it. It wasn't making any sense to me at all. And then I took a look to see what the state. Well, what's growing in that thing? Oh, there's nothing growing in this field. Well, messed that one up, but I guess that's just one of those things you're going to end up having to deal with. Once we get this taken care of, we're going to go back. I think one thing I'm going to do, I did this before and I don't remember if I mentioned it or not. I actually sold off a bunch of my chickens before. I think I got down to about 100 chickens. I don't remember when the heck that was, to be honest with you. I know I probably forgot to mention it. But I'm back up to 200, and that's the max. So I'm thinking I might go ahead and just sell the chickens off again. Not all of them. The only reason why I'm thinking that is because if I take a look at the chickens here... Alright, if I take a look at the... I don't know if I'll be able to see. When we head back over there, which we should be heading back over there in just a little bit, you'll see that the majority of the chickens that I have are at a 50% for reproduction. So essentially, I sell off chickens, I make room, in a month or two, I get all brand new chickens again. Or not all brand new, but I get all those chickens that I sold off are going to be completely replaced. So, not that bad of a gig. At least I think. Alright, good enough. We'll get this in there, we'll get this processing. I did take a look at my grass field there, and I did take a look at my grass field behind the farm there, and they're both kind of at the same, they are at the exact same state where they are ready to go. You can cut them, but the grass is not fully grown yet to the point where you're getting the max yield off of it. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to end up doing there. I'm thinking I might wake up early in December. That way I can go ahead, cut all the grass, and then hopefully get everything to a point where it's ready to go. Now, I do have a field that's ready to harvest. I'd have to take a peek here. Just a second. So we got things we got to take care of. We got to look at the chickens, see how that's going on. Take a look at our field, because I have a field that is ready to harvest. I don't remember which one it is off the top of my head. So whatever that is, we'll be able to take it off, sell that. The moonshine actually has stopped producing, so that means I need to go ahead and refill it back up. And it does appear that have a little bit more corn, or a little less corn than I do barley. So I want to keep these two levels at about the same. That way I put the same amount in, and we're good to go. So, like I said, I'm a little bit shy on corn, so I'm thinking one of these fields, this field 4 here, I think I might plant corn in this. And that should be enough corn to kind of go ahead and fill that back up. Keep the levels pretty close. I think I'll probably end up with more corn, but that's quite all right. I can always go ahead and plant more barley. And it is canola, so that means we're going to be able to make some more cash. This field's coming along. That one is 2. That one's going to be ready. So it's kind of hit or miss. You got this one field down there, which that's canola as well. So we'll be able to make some more money, sell a little bit more, get ourselves a little bit farther down the path that we want to head. I think it's going to work out pretty darn slick, if you do say so myself. Now let's see over here. This is what I'm talking about. Chickens-wise. There we go. Chickens-wise, I have this grouping right there. 15 months, reproduction 0, reproduction 0, reproduction 0, 100, reproduction 0, reproduction 0. I thought there was some at 50. Well, shoot. We'll see. Huh. Maybe I won't sell any chickens just yet. Okay, so I may have been a little off on what I said before, but we have all the eggs, and it's not quite ready to go ahead and sell the eggs, so we're going to hold off and wait on those. Let's head up over here and actually load up some more of these soybeans. So we can take those off to be sold, and I just damaged some of my crop. Well, you can't win every time, but you know what? It's kind of nice when you win every once in a while. Oh boy, well, it is what it is, ultimately. Let's come up here like this. Oh yeah. Before I was going ahead and backing up into this thing, but you know what? It just makes more sense to drive up next to it. Give it a second, let it respawn. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Should be more in there than that. Oh, now we're not going to do this. Okay, I see how this is going to be. This is just going to fight me. There we go. Alright. Well, it is what it is. Let's see how much more is left in there. Should have quite a bit if I remember correctly. Soy drink, 12,000 more liters. So I should be able to get close to filling this thing up once or twice. I don't know. Max. Okay, we maxed out right there. Let's take this over, close that up, and see how much we get. Now, right now, the soy drink should be at its highest amount. Should be. We'll go ahead and see. Either way, I'm feeling like we're doing very, very good with the soy drink. It really is... It's delayed satisfaction is the best way I can go ahead and describe it. You could go ahead and sell the soy and make a good chunk of cash off of soy. But you go ahead and do it this way, and you get way, way more. Takes a little bit longer to get it, but you do get way, way more. So, let's hobble on in here. Selling that off. I'll even open up the doors for the effects so we can see this stuff rocking and rolling and getting the heck out of here. $5,986. Not much, but way more than nothing. You betcha. I'll take it. I'll take it. It's all these little bits and pieces. Just keep on chipping away, keep on building things up, and we'll just keep knocking stuff out. That's pretty much all I can do at this point. And if you guys are liking what you're hearing, liking what you're seeing, go ahead and smash that like button. I really would appreciate it. Go ahead and share this with somebody, someone you love. If you have an opportunity, you want to help the channel out, go ahead and hit that subscription. It really does mean a heck of a lot to me. And make sure you have that little notification bell turned on and have it set to all. That way you know when this and other great videos are coming out by myself. Guys, I tell you what, we're here to rock, we're here to roll, we're here to go ahead and crush things right on out of the park. And until I see you guys next time, thanks for stopping by.